islands. With such strong limitations in place and unlimited time on your hands, this is where you can start to get a little cheeky. See, the games each have specific save points set up within the emulation itself upon starting up the demo, usually dropping you off at the first actionable parts past the title screen, in order to get you fast tracked into the heat of gameplay. If you stop and take a moment to get an intentional game over, you can access parts of the game the developers probably weren't intending on, such as starting the second quest in the original Zelda, or picking a non-Peach character within Mario Bros. 2. I like Toad. Now the fun can begin. Oh yeah, that thing. Damn. Those pesky timers have brought a small handful of curious board users to question if the full games are even there at all given how little time you have to play them. This user made the suggestion that they took the source code for the first 2 minutes or so and didn't bother adding the rest. With all due respect, that may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. To be fair, though, it is pretty mind blowing how far technology has come, even by 2008 standards. The file sizes for these games hailing from the 80s and 90s are only a handful of teeny tiny megabytes, so throwing them onto the disk wouldn't be jeopardizing anything. Trust me, YouTube wasn't cut from the game to make room for a 30-second demo of Donkey Kong. And yes, I will continue to run that into the ground. Eventually, and by that I mean a couple of months, Jesus Christ, the community had whipped up some codes that eliminated the timer altogether. The existence of these codes is pretty funny to me since if you're already hacking your Wii or playing Brawl through emulation nowadays, then why not just emulate the masterpieces selection proper? I don't know, maybe it was a bit harder back in the day. Also, I guess being able to gloat to your friends about beating Star Fox 64.
Oh, sorry about that, Patricia. Honestly, and everyone else, I don't know why this MacBook keeps acting like this. I just cannot do anything. I guess I cannot like just be on the safe side, not leave the change the tabs or something. I don't know. This MacBook is so outdated. And Patricia, you're the one that got him into Plants vs Zombies, so you're the one that interesting. Because I read that right before I had to end the stream. That's wonderful. Because I'm thinking like if Dumbo loves Plants vs Zombies. Because I know he likes to talk about it whenever I would bring it up randomly. So let me see what I'm still watching the same video by the way. Five of you is Plants vs Zombies 2. Only one voted for Angry Birds, and then Geometry Jazz is second. Interesting. You loved it since it came out. Me too. I played the first one and the second one, but the second one I liked the most because I was James' age um when I played it, but I haven't played it ever since. I don't know why. I'm outside about that. Hopefully that darn error won't happen again. If it does, I'm gonna really have to close some of these tabs out. Oh, good, he's home. Well, I'm really relieved. Yeah, as long as I'm just glad he's eating at least.
64 or even the 3DS, but through Brawl is too good to pass up. A fair warning though, if you do try this, you have to marathon the game in a single sitting as you still run into the no creating save data issue. Can't bake your cake and eat it too, yes, which is such a dumb saying, by the
It
way.
is a
I
dumb saying. You
know
could,
having ways to
yeah, you can
bypass
eat
the
your cake
timer.
because you baked it. You want to waste it. You can't say, oh, you can't eat your cake. You gotta waste it. That doesn't make any darn sense. Whoever said that crow should just get fired. Um, hello, Carol. Hello, Connor. Sorry about that.
Meat and all. But I feel like a true stick it to the man move would be finding a way to beat one of these games within these booty time limits still in place. Alas, you have to be insane to think you can make any sort of leadway within them given the circumstance. Fight! As many of you watching may already know, last year in 2021, you have to be insane to think you can make any sort of leadway within them given the circumstance. Fight! As many of you watching may already know, last year in 2021, the absolute Giga Chad speedrunner save state managed to beat Ocarina of Time within Brawl. Alongside newly discovered glitches and code manipulation found by the game's community, as a byproduct, they were able to completely shatter the idea of it being only a demo. This accomplishment is partly due to the pre-included
Hello,
save level
Reggie.
you can start with, and is way too long and complicated to explain here, so just go watch this person's video about it. But regardless, it's still one of the coolest achievements I've seen in gaming. In the entire world. But yeah, otherwise, for most people who can't bend the game to the will,
You love
you'll end
Geometry
up
Dash? Yeah, I haven't played it. Man, has it really been out that long ago? Oh, wow. Of course, I sucked at it because I came and do level 1 that good without basically having the little cute block explode. That game is not easy as it looks for some reason. I always struggle with it. And like, yeah, they should. So let's see. That's I'm too lazy to count how many of you are here right now. 6 of you, I think.
repeating the same sections over and over, resulting in no replay value for most of these demos. Although you're probably bound to play the demos more than once due to wasting half of your playtime the first go around, messing about figuring out the controls. I cannot tell you how absolutely ashmixed I got when I booted up Mario World for the first time. Because you have to run with Y and jump with V. Which, I mean, duh, it's a Mario game, but take a look how that feels on the
Oh,
GameCube
that's a nice
controller.
controller. I want to steal that controller. Not literally. That I do want to steal it. If I got an ad. Is that 1721?
Not so nice. Oh yeah, speaking about the controls, for all of you a part of the Wii mode only crowd, I hope you don't plan on playing either the SNES or N64 games
SNES.
anytime
I like how they
soon,
call it
because you
SNES.
can't.
I just say the SNES. SNES. That's cute. SNES.
Not so nice. Oh yeah, speaking about the controls, for all of you.
I want that controller. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, SNES is the SNES. They pronounce it SNES. But I just say SNES. And Greg, what do you want to share? And hello, Zelda Shelby. Sorry about that. Hopefully it won't happen again until way later, maybe. Yeah, me too, Mason.
Of course, the lack of buttons on a sideways remote means you need either a GameCube or Wii Classic controller to even start them up. Well, what about the later models of the Wii that got rid of GameCube systems?
Oh, the Black Wii? Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Because I don't know what Nintendo was thinking at the time. The black one doesn't play any GameCube games. I think that's pretty dumb.
And what if you didn't have a classic controller? I wouldn't blame you, those controllers kind of suck. While I know of a few examples of content being locked behind certain
That's what I love
controllers,
about the Wii because they could play the GameCube games, and there was a lot of good ones back then.
keep in mind that the Wiimote is the main controller for the Wii, so this makes it all the worse. Which, just thinking about how many people played Brawl with only the Wiimote sideways is gonna make me sick. In fact, I do remember seeing a brief glimpse of two contestants on an old reality competition TV show, King of the Nerds, playing Brawl with sideways Wiimotes. If I recall correctly, they were on Final Destination, and one of them was Pikachu spamming Thunder on stage. God, they sucked. Anyways, we seem to be close to finishing the dojo post. I wonder what else Sakurai has to say. Let me go ahead and read it out loud. If you take a liking to
I
the
love how they use that sound
television, you can
effect.
always
I keep hearing that sound
begin
effect.
the dojo.
Every gaming channel keeps using that.
I wonder what else Sakurai has to say. Let me go ahead and read it out loud. If you take a liking to one of the trial versions, you can always buy the full game through the shop channel. You might even find a couple of titles that.
So at school, when I taught class, a student that was from the wait, Greg, really? That's awesome. Is that so? Did he told you about the protests that's been going on? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I forgot. You had that student from there, right? Come to think of it, I think I did have a classmate. Oh yeah, I did. She was from I believe. Oh crud! It was in my science class because my teacher, I forgot her name. She has when they can't read letters. I forgot the name of it. Um, I don't remember the name. Like you can't read. Like you can read, but you can't. Like if it's a letter J, it's like a letter P, right? Because a handful of the students they were not American, which is really interesting. Maybe that's why I'm so open-minded about our cultures. Hi, Paul. Sorry, had to start over. And a favorite game of mine is Fear to Fail. So Mason, that's your favorite, right? I don't hear that game that much. So it's supposed to be based off a true story, right? And hi, Brian. Hello, Amber. That's awesome that he did, Greg. That's awesome.
Hurt your attention from Brawl for a while. Hmm.
Also, I heard
Hey,
that guy that posted that video about Nepal, they got removed, but his video got blocked. I don't know why. So that reaction I did, we all saw part of that before it got blocked. It's only I think it's in certain countries it got blocked. I don't know why.
weird thing to say. I'm sure this advertising of another paid service is just a coincidence.
So Fears and Fabulous is about horror games based off true. That's interesting. I knew that. And Greg, it did. I don't know why though. It got like 1 million likes on it. That's a lot. Even a lot of music videos don't even get that much unless they get 300 million views. So I just know he had a lot of comments on it, 70,000 or something. So it sucks that video got blocked. So Mia, you played it too? Interesting.
It's surely something Sakurai and gang thought to include only after coming up with the idea of masterpieces. The very thought of them making this mode purely to get some sales from dumb 7-year-olds would be mighty scummy. Anyone who's willing to shill some dollars off unsuspecting folks like that deserves no respect. Hey guys, if you like the video so far,
I love his outfit. Oh, that's so cute. I don't know why guys that dress like that are really attractive. Let me just share. That's so cute. Man, it's a good video that he did. I can and he put a lot of work in it. Oh, that's cute. Oh my goodness, that's really cute. And this came out 3 years ago, by the way. Um, Patricia, is he eating spaghetti? I know that you usually don't have like a variety of meals. Hi, Danielle. Sorry about that from earlier. Oh, I heard of. Oh, I know they made games of it, Lucas, but I heard of Slenderman. Yes. Oh, Greg, it's my dear pleasure. The man deserves all the credit for what he had to go through. Oh, he's eating hot dogs? Oh that's wonderful. Oh, that's sweet of you, Patricia. That's sweet. If there's any hot dog lovers, except for the Muslims, give me a hot dog emoji.
hit a like,
Or type
comment, and
type
subscribe.
the hot dog
Again, if you
emoji.
like the video, how about you go ahead and hit a like, a comment, and subscribe. I also have some new hot merch coming out, so go ahead and go pick that up. You are watching Trash Phone Inc. When I first learned of Brawl's Masterpieces section, I was really excited. The Wii was my first
Hello,
Nintendo
Michael.
console, so I was really excited to play some classics. Didn't matter to me that there were demos, I still thought it was a cool idea. Then I learned that the demos range from like 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Like, what the flip? Is anyone supposed to get any sort of enjoyment from frantically seeing how far they can get in a dismally, stupidly short amount of time? Ranting aside, I would love for Super Smash Bros. 4 to have a masterpieces section where I can actually make some headway in the game. Like, maybe an hour of playtime? That may be ambitious, but honestly something more playable than a few minutes. Wow. Well, dream on, Mr. P.R. Dream on. In 2013, with the announcement of a new Smash
Oh,
Bros. Title in
Iwata.
development, I'm sure everyone and their mothers were dying to know if their favorite mode masterpiece would make a return in any shape or form. Sakurai, the cunning man he is, knew this and waited until the last second yet again to relieve everyone's worries. November 19th, 2014, a mere couple of days before the release of the game, on the Miiverse Director's Room page, Masterpieces was shown off for the Wii U version of Smash 4. Hallelujah! Well, Brawl's Masterpieces was some cheeks, but here we are in the future where mini design is taken a bit more seriously. Yeesh, yeah, the first thing you immediately notice heading into this rendition is just how clean it is compared to Brawl's rather crustiness. The masterpieces are neatly squared with their game's original logo in the corner, while also showing whichever Smash character or
Icon.
object the game is representing.
Yeah.
Just in case you weren't too sure what character comes from the game Dr. Mario, the game's got your back. Also, wow, look at those dates. I am a complete sucker for contextualizing time frames, so this is an amazing addition. Who cares about the dates? What about the games? We try to play some games. There's a whopping total of 24 now compared to Brawl's 14. Sorry, 23 for non-Japanese gamers, since we still don't know what a marth is, apparently. Hey, keep those horses held for a moment as a sorry, 23 for non-Japanese gamers, since we still don't know what a marth is, apparently.
Wait, the game is only in Japanese? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anyway, oh, we got a lot of hot dog lovers. So Michael, Daniel, Mia, Amber, Shelby, Amelia. Wait, really, Connor? You're allergic? I didn't know that's possible. Really? I knew that. My favorite topping on a hot dog, Shelby? Ketchup. Definitely ketchup for sure. And I do like mustard, I gotta admit though. You know, I'm not that much of a fan of mustard, but it's really good on hot dogs though. So Mason, yeah, what he's explaining, right? Which is so interesting how your country works like this is that for those rental games on the Smash Brothers for the Wii U, the Fire Emblem is not released here in the US because it's only I think that's why Japanese people are nutty for Fire Emblem. It didn't get released here in the US, which is so ironic. No wonder we don't know Fire Emblem exists until well later, I believe. So that's why it didn't get released here. Do you have a favorite genre of music, Connor? I think I do. I think it's rock, but I do like anime music, so that's like J-pop, I guess. And I do love 80s, if that counts. Yeah, Greg, you know, but I'm not surprised. Yeah, because it's mostly in Japan, if that makes sense.
Hey, keep those horses held for a moment as a large majority of Brawl's lineup is carried over into Smash 4, which they're still more new than old, and to be fair, there are some interesting changes within those same games. For example, in Kirby's Adventure, instead of only starting from the very beginning of the game, there's now a few files with most of the game unlocked, so now you can kind of do whatever you want. And when I said games, that's pretty much the only one that's different. The new games, though, include some real heat like Punch Out, Metroid, Super Mario Kart, Kirby Superstar, Zelda 2, and even some third party games like Pac Man and Mega Man 2. We also have a whole new category of games this go around with the inclusion of a couple
You
of
like
Game
all
Boy games.
types?
Honestly,
Yeah, tell
Game
me
Boy
about it. I love
games aren't
80s
my cup of
music.
tea, but
I do have a favorite artist. Her name is Suzanne Vega. The one that's saying my name is Luca, and then one named Seal, Kiss My Rose. I like those two songs. And then my third one, I forgot his name. It's Hey Now, Hey Now. Those are my top three when I'm by myself. Especially since my mother's birthday is here, I'm not gonna be able to do that for a while. Oh, Patricia, please share. You know those songs, Connor? Oh, that's awesome that you do. I like the Purple Hearts, by the way. Those are definitely what those are my top three. Of course, it does depend on my mood. Yeah, Reggie, remember that, right? Because you're only here for what, a day now, so to speak.
it's pretty neat seeing them represented on the big screen. And it gives Kirby a chance to have his first outing present instead of relying on Kirby's Adventure. Strangely enough, though, there are no Pokemon games here. You'd think that one of the biggest games on the platform and one of the biggest series that is repped within Smash would get a masterpiece. I truly wonder why this wasn't the case. One of the most tragic blunders, though, is the exclusion of N64 games. I know there were only two in Brawl, but the Star Fox 64 and Ocarina of Time demos were easily the biggest highlights within the OG masterpieces for me as a kid, so having them Thanos snapped out of existence with no real reason is a bit disappointing. But
Damn it! Do y'all know who it is? Crud! And that my ex Ryan was arrested last week, right? I hope they will find that person. I hope so. Um, Patricia.
Earthbound is here for non-Japanese gamers this go around. Now people of all nationalities can play through the first 5 minutes. If you couldn't tell, this demo really sucks. I'd like to give a moment of silence to my fallen brethren, Ice Climber, which was definitely axed off due to the fighters of Ice Climbers being too hard for the 3DS to handle. Rest in peace.
Too hard.
Sometimes life isn't fair.
That's stupid.
Anywho, don't get me
How?
wrong, the games here are still for the most part solid, but there are some oddball choices. The replacement of Mario Bros. 2 USA for the
Oh my. Oh, I'm so glad he's her ex. Why? Oh my goodness. He is an awful person. Wow. I'm speechless. I am. Oh, you did, Dan? That's awesome. That was quick. I know, because he's a simple character. That's awesome that you drew him. I wish I could see it.
really real Mario Bros. 2 is a bit puzzling to me. Having either one is fine, but 2 USA is a much more unique game, so having Mario Bros. 1 and 2 Japan is a bit overkill, I feel. Picking the
You like Pokemon? Yeah, me too. Oh, sorry. Welcome back. How was your dinner? Right? Yeah, yeah. He told me he doesn't know much about Pokemon. I'm not surprised. I forgot what the other games that he liked.
yes, Yoshi puzzle game over the likes of Yoshi's Island or Story. Kind of some weak sauce there. Zelda 2 over A Link to the Past. Man, what were they thinking? I'm sure you and I could sit here and nitpick what was and wasn't included all day. So in the end, there's not really a point to it.
Oh,
It just
Shelby,
makes me
how did I
wonder how the
go?
games that we did get were picked. Now, whether you think Brawl or Smash 4 had the better selection of games, I am pleased to note the handful of
Yeah,
improvements
you had
made
a
to the overall
divorce,
game
right?
itself to make it a lot more tolerable. Load times are pretty much non existent now. Going to and from games is very smooth. The controller issue won't be a thing anymore as the
That's
game
good.
pad, the
Sorry, I'm glad to
Wii's
hear
main
that.
controller, can play everything. The only caveat is that you're using the Wii gamepad. A nifty menu is added, making pausing the demos a bit
Well,
more
that
convenient,
sucks.
and being able to quit out of them at any point
I'm
without
sorry to
having to
hear
reset
that.
your entire game is a nice bonus. This is pretty darn useful for when you realize that Wrecking Crew isn't that fun at all within the first couple of seconds. Speaking about the time, I'm sure you're all itching to know if the timer on these demos are any better compared to Brawl. And to that, I have to answer with
Kinda.
yes.
Yeah.
You're not getting an hour to play these games, but there's no more 30-second roasts I can make, so there's that at least. I'm not sure if I should be grateful for being able to play F Zero
3 minutes.
3 minutes instead of 40 seconds, but hey, now I can finish a race. Nearly all of the Brawl games are given a bit more time. So the statement Sakurai made about seeing how far you can get within the short timer is a little more realized here. Look, it's still a mere couple of minutes for all these demos, but I think we have to take what we're given at this point. For all you tricksters out there, trying to mess around and cheesing the games is just as fun here as it was in Brawl. Kirby Superstar cleverly starts you off in the Great Cave Offensive to match his stage representation within Smash. But if you intentionally get a game over, you can be booted back to the main menu where you can enjoy some of the other modes with your remaining 20 or so seconds. You can even access some of the multiplayer options within games that support it, like Super Mario Kart. Of course, playing the demos normally is kind of fun as well. 3 full minutes to enjoy some Mega Man 2, one of my favorite games of all time? You simply cannot beat that anywhere else. Alright, let's go. Okay,
Is this supposed to be the cuts?
okay,
Is this a cutscene? Oh, crummy.
okay, okay,
I like he's put it on a loop. Okay.
okay,
Wait, everyone.
okay.
How many times does he sing okay?
Of course, playing the demos normally is kind of fun as well. 3 full minutes
Hold
to
on.
enjoy some Mega Man 2, one of my favorite games of all time? You simply cannot beat that anywhere else. Alright, let's go. Okay, 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 okay. Well, at least you.
How many times is that? Yep, he stops right there because the thing is, he's playing that Mega Man 2 demo for 3 minutes, right? But the thing is, he lost 45 seconds of it because of a cutscene. So technically, he's not playing 3 minutes, which I think is ridiculous. He likes Plants vs. Zombies, NFL related. That makes sense. Yeah, I know Dumbo loves his NFL. Also, what's PA? Oh, your dad. I forgot that's a southern dialect. Paul, pa. Wait, ma, pa. I forgot you pronounced the pa. I'm sorry to hear that about his foot, Patricia. I really am. And oh, your connection went out, Paul. That's understandable. Oh yes, Paul. I don't mind any song requests. I just won't be as loud, of course. Oh, Connor, do you wanna know how old I am? So okay, so Greg, Daniel, and Paul. Let's see, 7, 8, and 7. Oh, you're a Metallica fan? I would love to. I know Grant is a fan of them. Yeah, what song is it from them, Paul? I forgot you like heavy metal, don't you? You think I'm 23, Connor? Yeah, you're way off. I'm actually 30. And Paul and Greg, you got it right. he counted. He said, "Okay." So he must have put on a loop because he was editing it as a joke. Enter Sandman. Okay, I could come back to this later. I like this video so far because I know it's a little bit long. I don't think I'm hearing that song. I won't. It won't. I won't be as loud though. That's the wait. What the hell? Very quick. Hold on. Why fast food sucks? Ooh, I gotta watch that later. Remember the pink sauce lady? Yeah, she lost everything, huh? Didn't she lose everything a long time ago? Hold on, I'm gonna check some of these out very quick because he's on my homepage, right? But yeah, Connor, I'm 30. Oh, good. Thank you so much for telling me, Patricia. I'm glad that he is coming on his way. And I thank you for talking with me. Of course, I'll be able to go rest of the night. Oh, I get the computer to James now. Yeah, of course, Patricia, you're a lifesaver for telling me everything. Wow, this video went viral. I'm kind of jealous right now because he only has 23,000 subscribers. It has 44,000. I'm gonna watch this very quick. Hold on. The Switch 2 is evil, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. I gotta hear this. Friendly reminder that this isn't the same company that somehow managed to convince its fans to buy literal cardboard for $20. That's true. When Iwata left this road, so too did the Super Nintendo. Yeah, that person has the point. They're not weaponizing him. To be honest, deep down in my soul, I knew something was wrong with the console we all nicknamed Switch 2 was announced as Switch 2, right? I gotta admit, the Switch 2 is yeah, this is not rage baiting, it's just facts. And this went viral, by the way. I need to do some Nintendo rants. If this guy got like double of his view count in 5 hours, but it's probably good editing. And then we play the music. I'm sorry, because I don't want to talk about the games, right? But it's just that the Wi-Fi got disconnected. At this rate, Nintendo's going to take out a patent on screwing over the consumer. How long is this video? It's 20 minutes.
Getting comical. Gamers have rightfully criticized
Also,
Ubisoft, Blizzard, Activision for openly despising their consumers.
all right, I want to see while I'm watching this video, right? Because it went viral on this channel. Here, okay, I want to be honest, very quick. Why was Nintendo thinking about the Virtual Boy? Now, I love Nintendo, right? What were they thinking? One, people don't want to hurt their eyes, right? We have, we have actual VR games now. Second, why won't they remodel those games in color? Red and black, they do go together, but not virtually. Thirdly, no one cares about the Virtual Boy anymore. Fourth, the amiibo from another YouTuber that I've heard of, $40 is way too much money. Who basically could afford that? My opinion, the amiibo should be $13 each, right? And fifth, I know that Nintendo is doing their best just to basically gather more people and all, but what bothers me is that you have to pay. Okay, you see how my Switch controller, right? We don't. Okay, we have the screenshot button. We got the wait. Do you know? Wait. I forgot which button is which. Well, I just know this is the screenshot button, right? Right next to the home button. I do not like how you gotta pay to use the GameCube controller. No. Plus, I prefer wireless. Plus, the thing is, it doesn't drain that much, if that makes sense, right? This thing does last because I have the way batteries. What were they thinking? That, oh, you know what? In order to, this is why I think we're like living, okay, it's not the 2030s yet, but this is early. We're living in the great COVID depression because you notice how everything you got to pay now? My mother told me that you got to pay for Netflix, or not pay. Yes, you do. But the thing is, she told me that there are ads. That should be a thing. Also, well, Not to mention when I'm on my Switch, right? A little cheat here. If you basically get long ads, after the first ad ends, exit out and come back. You're save yourself 30 seconds of it. I don't think people know about that. Not to mention the app blocker. I have that myself. Whoever invented that's a genius for it. Let's see what else. Let me play the video. Hold on.
Actively committing deliberate evil for the sake of profit and growth. But Nintendo, who's gotten a pass for far too long, isn't just up with those companies, it's probably worse. Nintendo is the new EA, and they're better at it than EA ever was, because they have an infinite number of sycophantic fans who will worship anything they do, no matter how
Not me.
anti-consumer.
I love Nintendo and all, but I don't worship them. I just see them as any other company. Also, can I just share something? You know what I miss about Nintendo? I think they still do that, right? Wait, Dan, did you? No, no, no. I don't think. I forgot. This is a long time ago. I don't know if they do this. You know, let's just say you got a console, right? If your Nintendo Wii has errors in it, so what I mean by that is, I'm trying to think, right? Also, I know I gotta clean up my hair because my hair is all messy. Hold on, I'm gonna get up very quick. You know how? Okay, growing up, I used to have a Wii, right? And it would have some, let's just say, software issues because the disc won't run. My mother would basically call, um, she would call, well, the Nintendo headquarters, right? That is in Washington. She would tell that, oh, my son, he, basically have issues with his Wii because it couldn't read the disc, and they would say, oh, no problem, we could basically ship it out to you. I need to make a video of this. I know that because I know people's attention spans are so bad that I gotta add like some cool gifs or clips, right? That's why I don't upload as much because my MacBook cannot do that unless I got a decent MacBook. Um, we would call them, right? And we were waiting, let's just say a few weeks, right? Which I know for maybe 14-year-old me, that seems like I'm waiting 4 years, right? Or a year. And my hair is a mess. Um, we don't have to pay. I don't know. It's because we got a warranty. I don't remember though. But if I recall, I think it was free. You don't have to. Well, maybe there was like a really small fee, but it's not much. I don't remember. It's been years, right? That's what I miss about Nintendo because they care for their customers, and that when you basically ship out the game, right? I mean, the console, it will come back good as new, and you won't lose any data that you would have saved in your games because we did that once, right? And I love Nintendo even more ever since because my Wii would had issues. Okay, so if I remembered right, when I used to put in the disc, let's just say I want to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, it would make that right. I hated that noise because I'm thinking, why is it making that noise? It will do that error noise, right? Because it can't read the disc. It was damaged, and when we sent it to Nintendo, they repaired it for us. It's as though I bought a new Wii, even though that's the same Wii that I basically had, right? So, um, I definitely need to wash my hair for sure. They cared about their customers and their company, but now I don't think they do that anymore. Who the hell would worship? That's what I'm saying, Mason. Yeah, who would worship, right? And the we didn't miss much. We're just talking about games at the moment. Yeah, you used to do that, Shelby. So I'm not the only one then. Wonderful. And you never get to have a Wii or, oh, that sucks, Michael. Oh, that's right, because you're Russian, huh? I guess they didn't probably had Wii's sold out there at the time. And you never had a Wii? Oh yeah, Dumbo. I'm not surprised. Friday face. Um, let's just say that the Wii did have some issues, right? But I still love playing it regardless. And companies used to care about its customers. Now they only care about their money. Yeah. So, okay, so the Switch, right? You know, you could get this repaired at other stores, right? They would have a barcode in the well, okay, for the Wii, they would have a barcode, right? That I mentioned just now. And you would read it out to them, you would ship it, right? Think about that you're basically wanted to sell something on eBay, and then you were wait a few weeks. That is what we did. And I'm doing okay, just a little tired, honestly. I'm just glad that you're okay after what your sister shared earlier, and I'm glad that you're eating too.
Any of their actions are. And I do understand why so many people think it's okay. Or at least I
You
did.
know what?
Because
This
Nintendo
guy,
is a
I don't know why, because he got a lot of views, right? I have Nintendo experience. Since this, I know this is not gonna work for me, but on the other channel after you go to bed, I'll make a video about this, like in my own words, because I like what he's sharing right now. Again, I love Nintendo more than any other gaming company. That's just how it is for me. This is his channel. Just very quick. The thing is, though, I'm not gonna add any. All of you are fine with that, right? If I would just, okay, let me explain very quick, because I know that these people do amazing editing or whatever, and great commentary. Are you fine with me just only adding an image? Because like when I did do all those editings, it's just it's so like I just want to be honest. It's Are you fine with that? Because it gets tiring, especially with my MacBook. I won't get it done. Or if I do, it's gonna take me forever just to get it done. This is his channel, by the way, because I know people they probably want to know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, it got 47,000 views. Holy crap! You got 3,000 views while I was talking here. Because seeing this, it makes me want to share my thoughts. Because I have a lot of unpopular opinions, right? Because I kind of do what he's doing. Because I have a lot of knowledge about Nintendo myself. Well, decent of enough. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Virtual Boy, yes. So that's what Dumbo's been telling me why EA sucks. So that's why the Plants vs Zombies 3 did so bad. Because they're money hungry. Money starved, if that actually makes sense. Okay, screw that. Corporate starve. Because there's something wrong with wanting money. Of course not. Are you sure? I would love to see you do a video about that, Mason. I'll keep that in mind. And of course, I prefer you do videos about really, Greg. I'll keep that in mind. Like okay, I want everyone to be honest. I don't know if I should ask you this because I'm gonna act aggressive or hypocritical. Wait, so what do you find least interesting of the videos that I do? Because Greg says that he prefers no editing. I'm fine with that. It's just right now I can't do that. I mean, I like doing it, but it does get exhausting. I do get a little bit pooped out. I like doing it, but at the same time, no. It's just this MacBook can't keep up with it. You like the chill videos, Connor? And plus, it's your first day here. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. See, that's criticism. That's great. So you prefer videos I do because I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, why did this YouTuber doesn't have 666,000 subscribers yet?" I keep seeing those, and it's so intimidating because people thinking, "Oh, why is this video so sloppy?" They call it slop, right? People see my videos that, "Oh, why is this slop?" He's just talking and he's not doing anything. Like, well, then you can just go. Like, I'm sorry, I know that sound like a jerk, but like I can't do that right now. I would love to, but I now it's out of my budget. It's basically if I'm going to, let's just say, Dollar Tree and I'm expected to buy, I don't know, a filet mignon or a steak. You could get that at a restaurant. This is Dollar Tree, where normally you can get things for like $1.25 to $3. Where do you think I could get a steak at a restaurant that might cost you $12? If you want to get a steak, go to the other store. I'll tell people that if you basically are, if you want steak editing, go to another YouTuber that basically has that. I basically hand out Polish sausages. I cannot give steak. That's out of my budget, right? Oh, off the side, Connor. I am so sorry. I'm so blind. Right, I'm so blind, Connor. I'm sorry. I like you capitalized that. I said I don't like crazy editing. You tell me about it. Like Mr. Beast. So I'm sorry. Oh, anyway, tell me about it. They do creep me out. Mr. Beast. Oh my god. Not to mention those prank channels that use that. Oh my. It makes me want to get cancer. You know. Because you like how honest I am, Brian. You're a sweetheart for that. You hate Mr. Beast, Connor? High five. I'm sorry. People say, "Oh, he's a great." I don't give a Welsh's fin. His smell creeps me out. His thumbnails are uncanny. I don't like it. People say, "Oh, cares if he's a good person." So is other people. You need to basically give out $1 million to be a decent person. Hell no. See, I want to share this since we're talking about money, right? I don't like how, not to mention, okay, here's what I don't like about Mr. Beast. He kind of, I think it's gaslighting. One of those streamers that, oh, come on, why won't you give out $1,000? That's his money. Why won't you do it? You're the most subscribed person. Do it. Honestly. Not to mention, Mr. Beast, you did speed. You have a mugshot. You had a trans person that, oh yeah, no, that's purpose in here because he would love to hear this. That is, you know what? Um, you did not technically cure the blind. You had the money to basically give them surgery. That's not curing it. You're not some deity. You're just a human being that's just wealthy, similar to Elon Musk. It actually makes sense. Tell me about it, Connor. Yo, right? Oh, you're gonna love it in this channel. Everyone else on here do not like prank channels. Yeah, he's boring. Sorry, I agree. I don't care how popular he is. I thank all of you so much for this because the reason why, because I want to share this because I do like editing. I do, right? I just don't like doing much of it, right? And I'm glad Brian says that because people say, oh, like you're just talking. Well, then go. Honestly, you're too witch for me. Honestly, yeah, sorry if I'm, what is it? Um, discriminating you. What do you expect? It's like if I'm going to Mexico, I'm telling people like, "Oh, you Mexico cities speak English." No, they did. No, they don't. No, they don't. So it's like that, right? I just think all of you because I know people get a little bit superficial these days, and I get my ideas from videos like this, right? I have so much. This is the reason why I've been sluggishing down because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I need to do some good editing. Like the Pokemon one, I burned out, and it was only 2.5 minutes long, right? I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna do it again for a while. It's too much. So I'm not kidding. I was burned out, and I showed on my TikTok, which is kind of funny because I didn't got copyright, but on YouTube I did. I'm thinking, you know what? I tried. So that's why I've been so tired. But I'll keep that in mind, Brian. Thank you for telling me. You don't like the guy, you don't really like me either. And I also like how you're honest in your videos to stream. Thank you so much, Grant. It means a lot. It's just that people's attention spans are so bad, right? It's kind of like with Mario or whatever. Like, oh, like they want something. They don't care. Like I grew up with Mario more. I don't care if people thinking I'm wacky. Hey, I know you like Sony or not Sony, Microsoft. You like Call of Duty. You like God of War. It's not for me. Plus, the games look kind of dull. It's not for me. I'm sorry. And I'm probably thinking, oh, you're less of a man. Well, at least I'm more of a man. If I ever was a father, I would basically raise my kids on my Nintendo. What about you? What, fucking a one other woman? Sorry. That's a little bit mean of me saying that. And being a fucking predator? Anyway, for my language. So it's like that because people are just so I don't know what it's called. Like we want to consume everything. We want to basically pay more than it is. Not being honest of what we wanted to share, like what is in our minds. And I tell people, right? I even though I can afford the Switch too, I love my Switch. And here's proof. See this message? I love my Switch so much. Of course, I still get updates on it. I play this game so much because I don't get bored of it. I don't. In fact, I encourage people to buy the Switch if they could afford it. Honestly, I still play it. Hell, they still have the games for the Switch. Do you need to get the Switch too? That's because the graphics are who gives a Welsh's fan if it's good graphics? The gameplay is what's important, not the damn ass graphics. Yeah, Sonic 2006 looks awesome, but shit. Sonic, he would go through the stupid waters. Yeah, he's saving a Japanese girl. It's just the cutscenes. Do I care? No. Also, I took this out of nowhere because I thought this was kind of cool, literally. And Mason, yeah, I maxed out. I played this game so much, right? I do not have any other screenshots to delete. Also, look like Sonic is taking the number 2, but he can't because that'll be public indecency. So, I love this game way too much, right? I still play it to this day, and so do others do. Oh yeah, also this is one of my favorites that I took. I cannot lose. She's one of my mains, by the way. I still play this game. And that makes me old, so be it. It's as though people told me, damn, buy the iPhone 17. No, it's fucking ugly, per my language. It's not ugly. I'm not an iPhone person. And so what? I have an S4. Yes, my phone is caveman age. It still works. I can still film on it. I still have internet on it. I'm not getting rid of that phone. I'm tired of it. You know, like everyone thinks you gotta follow the latest. No. You gotta go homeless at that point if you do. Plus, it's kind of whack. Like, okay, you like to follow trends, that's fine. I'm not interested. Okay? It just makes you like a sheep. Bah, I like sheep and all, but come on. I like sharks. Well, technically, I like dolphins. So, also, I don't drink Jackson's here right now. Speaking of dolphins, and you like the original Switch? I don't want the second Switch. Yeah, tell me about it, Paul. And I like how you ran and are honest. Thank you, Connor. I try to do that more often. I'm glad that you found us. Honestly, and me especially. That's why I've been commenting on more videos because I like to get my comments long. If you don't like it, well, be prepared for brain rot. And people thinking that I skip over those shorts. No, I take my time and we look at it, and I do bookmark some of my favorite shorts. A lot of people don't do that, right, Amber? Yeah, they're overrated. Also, what's the damn interest for iPhones? They don't have the cool, the little live wallpaper. iPhones only have they do have those, but it's not as good as Samsung. I'm sorry. iPhones is more like for Instagram influencers. Samsung is more like for travelers like me, if that makes sense. You love that game too, Mia? Right. And every large YouTuber has overwhelmed me to the point I can't comment every single one of them because I'm afraid of how. Oh yeah, sorry, I agree with you, hon. And yeah, you're a sweetheart. I want you to know that you never had a phone, dumbbell. There's nothing wrong with that. I want you to know that it doesn't make you less of an American for that. Heck, I have an S4. If people think you're like, why are you using an old phone? Because I like to. My phone was broken 3 times and it still works. What you're wasting what a lot of money getting your fucking screen fixed? Yeah, you're wasting money. So maybe you should get lost. Not to mention people that break their phones or get a new one, you're not being responsible. And I'm not really mature of an adult, and I'm more mature than they are. I basically accept what I have. What the other adults are doing. You compare this Starline, or we just basically talk about like game prices. And older looks, oh yeah, they are, Daniel. They are. They are. Yeah, he does look like a pred, doesn't he, Mason? I'm just scrolling what your okay, let me continue with the video. It's a good video though. What I like about his video so far, like his editing isn't anything crazy. So I like how he's running $51 and it's going viral. He makes you want to do this. What's in his description? Oh, he used the hashtag switch to Nintendo Direct. Nintendo's the most anti-consumer gaming company. I'll keep that in mind in the description.
Their games aren't innovative anymore. They're not cheap anymore. They're not even complete anymore. For a very long time, Nintendo was almost universally beloved. Now, not a single piece of news can come out about Nintendo. Penny. But before we get into it, make sure
I gotta say, I like the music that he adds. It's the Super Mario Galaxy music. The when you had to face Bowser, I like that.
Video, because you know this is going to get brigaded by Nintendo fans who cannot accept that Nintendo is not the same company anymore. And to really drive that home, let's talk about the new Pokemon, which has a day one on disc DLC. Before the game even came out, they announced.
Also, everyone, I don't mind adding background music because I want to. I just hope that when I add the background music, you can still hear it, right? Because I know Brian and the rest of you said like you prefer no editing. Like I don't think that's considered. It is editing, but it's music, right? And I thought that would help the mood because I like doing that. To be honest.
Or DLC. Genuinely, how tone deaf can a company be? They're already in trouble. People are already upset about the Pokemon Power lawsuit. And really, it's not the lawsuit that's upsetting people. It's their aggressive patenting that they're using the patent office, which is supposed to be about a scientist or an engineer being able to make money on their invention.
Oh, he's using that Pokemon Coliseum battle music. I could hear it. So you could hear it, right? You're from Tennessee, Connor? So we got 2 Tennesseans on here. Oh, that's awesome. Are you hearing the videos? I just want to make sure because I know the audio, because especially on my MacBook runs. So, I just want to make sure. Oh, Connor, I'm sorry. I'm actually from Arizona. So you and Lauren are from Tennessee. What a coincidence. Why am I keeping Tennesseans and Delawareans? Interesting.
Used to hoard game mechanics that they did not invent and do not own, but have the money to defend so that they can destroy any competition. Right before their big announcement for the new Pokemon game, they patent the idea of using monsters to fight other monsters. An idea they do not own. They did not invent it. Shin Megami Tensei came out well before Pokemon did. If we lived in a just world, the Shin Megami Tensei devs would patent the idea of monster catching in general and sue Pokemon into the ground. But they will never do that because they wouldn't win. These are not defendable patents. They're being used as a weapon.
I want to vote right now. But no, I'll wait till the video's over. Hold on.
To drown the enemy in legal costs, to force them to just give up. And I get that the system is broken. The patent shouldn't have been awarded in the first place. And I know they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. But I'm perfectly capable of hating both. This is blatantly evil. It is suppressing competition and will end up with less interesting games and worse games. Do you really want to live in a world where developers are afraid of using any game mechanics that even tangentially relate to something that's been in a Nintendo game? Could you imagine if Dark Souls got sued for being too similar to Zelda? Like, oops, you use lock-on targeting, and that's in Zelda games. Now, From gets sued in the ground. No more Elden Ring, no more Sekiro, no more Dark Souls 3. So on the back of this, of Nintendo saying only we can make Pokemon games or anything even slightly similar to Pokemon, this is our
Right.
new Pokemon game, and it's not even complete.
Huh.
It's not.
I'm not paying for that. Oh my god, I love this video so much already. And back, right? I'm trying to be not afraid. Do you prefer? Well, because I do like doing it, but not all. It depends, right? Like I may do this myself. Do you like how I add background music? Because that way you don't have to hear that annoying fan. Plus, I like. This is why I don't have the characters to Smash Ultimate, right? I love my Switch. I love that game. I just think it's ridiculous that I gotta pay just to have the extra characters unlockable. What happened to basically playing the game and unlocking the characters? Oh, I'm gonna have fun talking about this. I am. Because everything, like Marge said from The Simpsons, I love that clip. Boy, everything sure turned into crap. I gotta find that clip and then download it. Because it's so accurate. Matt Groening, he's predicting all of this. Everything is turned into crap because we get less, right? And we gotta pay more out of it. Matt Groening predicted it. Yes, we're gonna go to Mars around 2050. Well, maybe not 2050, maybe 2048. He predicted 9/11 that happened. I'm trying to think of other predictions. The Amazon rainforest is gonna be cutting down because well, actually, I need to learn more about the Amazon rainforest. I need to look at more of the census because some of those predictions are accurate. So, really, Connor, your brother lives out here in my state. That's awesome. Paul, my favorite soundtrack. I don't have a favorite. I think it's the Pika Cup. The first, like the top, the first three. I forgot which round it is. I like that music, and then I like the Pokemon Coliseum double battle music, and I like the Mirror B music. The XD is okay though, but I prefer the Coliseum music because it's more fitting. I don't mind if you do because I don't want to think about myself. Oh, we just got I got the connection unstable again. Not now. And Graham, what you want to ask me? You've been to Arizona a few times. It's a beautiful state. Well, thank you, Connor. And thank you so much for liking her. I love your flag. Where's Lauren? Because I wanted to hear this. Can I be honest, or may I? Your flag is one of my favorites because it has the blue white strip on it. It looks so good when it waves from the flagpoles. You have one of the most beautiful state flags. Not to mention, a handful of you Tennesseans love my state. I don't know why though. I'm not complaining. I'm honored. Reggie, I don't remember to per se. It's basically kind of like a. It's not a horror game. It's like a war game type. I think. I haven't played it to be honest. Your brother's a Cardinals fan. That's awesome, Connor. Yeah. Oh crap, Dumbo. The tape is holding on, right? Because the thing is, Dumbo, he has some desktop issues because his screen is damaged. Amber, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. As long as the desktop works, Dumbo, that's what matters. So I'm gonna keep these in mind of what Paul and Amelia mentioned. I don't mind if you do add or don't add. I like the videos. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Connor. Yeah, I have to say though, like one thing I don't like about your state, and it sucks that you gotta go do this very quick, and then I'll continue with the video. Your officers are really corrupted. I've actually, I think it's like some of the counties right outside of Memphis. It's like Kent County or something. 15 of your people, right? They get arrested when they did nothing wrong because of a sober test, and these dim-witted well, I don't know if they're considered sheriffs. They would arrest them when they didn't do anything. I'm thinking like, what's going on in Western Tennessee? Like, what the hell? I know Kentucky's pretty bad as well, but is this ridiculous? You know, even like a elderly man, he got beaten by an officer for no apparent reason. I'm thinking, like, what the hell's going on in that state? No wonder Dumbo doesn't like Tennessee because of well, I just know the officers are awful. That's what I don't like about your state. So it's ridiculous. I don't know why. I know that you have you're understaffed, but damn it, like what is going on in that state? It is a beautiful state, it is. It's just the western part is messed up though. And Double, take your time. Daniel, sure. Maine? I'm just guessing that state. You don't have to tell me, of course. Maine? I've always wanted to visit that state for some odd reason. Or no, Maine. That's my guess. A lot of people don't know much about Maine. Yeah, you don't know much about Tennessee, Grant. Same here, to be honest. Except for like Nashville and the Appalachia Mountains. And that they're known for Dollywood and Dolly Parton, right? That's all I know about that state, sadly. Nope. Yeah, I know I was wrong. But good guess. The reason I say that because it's right next to Canada, right? They speak French up there. And I know that you're French, right? I had a guess. You had to tell me, Danielle. I would be shocked, huh? Oh, so you live in the East? Why does everyone live in the East Coast? I don't know. All I know is that you live kind of like where Dumbo and Mia and Bronny lives. Huh? Oh, you mean the flag story? I have them up here, right next to this little, what were you like to call it? Bucket. And then I have some back here. Well, I like to call it cubby. Right next to the tree box. That's where I have my flags. And Ember, I did have cats, yes, when I was a toddler, but it died. It's a little depressing to talk about it. I only had cats when I was a toddler, but I didn't got cats. Ever doesn't want to have cats anymore, so we have dogs. Why did you not like carrots? Not really. Now, for some odd reason, carrot cake I think is pretty good. Like it's pretty delicious, but that's the only thing I would eat. Well, actually, hold on. Kinda. I could eat it like with other veggies. It just has to be cooked. By itself, it's not that good. It actually makes sense. Cause I forgot when I used to go to Walmart, I used to buy those vegetables. The carrots were pretty good, the cheap value ones. It just has to be microwave or cooked. But if it's by itself, I probably won't like it as much. Amelia, good question. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to end in 5 years. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question. Because I know they've been around. It probably will because they'll be like 40 years. And you want to see your ex? I don't blame you, Shelby. You went through a lot. Literally. That's a good question, Amelia. How many views? Pirate everything. It did it again. Hate. What do hates? Oh, hats. The new Pokemon game looks like a PS2. He's doing fine. I mean, I'm not sure how long he's gonna be here for after his carpal tunnel, right? Whatever. Okay, you know what? I don't know. Frick it. If it acts up, I'll just close it because I'm afraid to close it while I'm streaming. Wait, hold on. Okay, good. I could close it. I don't need that opened. All right, yeah, no wonder. Legit occult religion. Huh? I don't know what they mean by that. Persona has summons, Parroad, Digimon, Baldur's Gate. I've heard of Baldur's Gate. In any D&D game. Or with I don't know what that word is. Final Fantasy, JoJo. You mean JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I think my mother's cooking. I can hear it. All right, I'm gonna read it while I'm playing it.
For Nintendo Online. Yeah, didn't see that one, did ya? Because in the Nintendo Direct, they don't make that very clear. But in the newest trailer for the new Pokemon game, whose main selling point is a new Mega Pokemon, they showcase 5 new Megas, none of which are available to you if all you buy is the main game. The 2 new Raichu Megas, those require the DLC. That's $30 on top of the $70 you pay for the main game. Then the 3 new starter megas are unlocked through the ranked mode. They are ranked season rewards. So, in order to get those, you have to pay another $20
What?
for Nintendo Online. And they are not obtainable in any other way, meaning they're also limited time. All 3 are end of season ranked rewards, and we have no idea how long a season is. If it's long enough, you might have to pay for Nintendo Online for multiple years. So it could be even more than 20, maybe $40 for all the megas that are already in the game. And God forbid you just don't like ranked mode. You know, Pokemon, a baby game. Sorry, little Timmy, your favorite mega for your favorite starter that you think is really cool, you just can't have it because you have to face against the 30-year-old virgin sweat lord whose soul is filled with plastic. Remember when Pokemon games were $30, $40 for what I believe to be the best the series ever had to offer? Now, for one Pokemon game, you need $70 for the main game, $30 for the DLC, and then another $20 for online just to get content that's already in the game that has been cut out for you to pay for later. So that's $120 Pokemon game. Remember when Nintendo games were cheap? And that's the low estimate. Maybe it's 130, maybe even 150.
You know what?
Only
He's giving me ideas. Remember when? Okay, who here has been to GameStop? Also, I like his thumbnail. I kind of want to get some. I'm trying to. Let's see. I'm tired, boss. $450. The Switch 2 is $450. You're right. I'm trying to get an idea from him. I like how he stretches Miyamoto's smile like the Joker. For anyone that went to GameStop, right? Remember how? Okay, let me explain. This is why we're living in the Great COVID Depression. Remember how when you go to GameStop, if you want to trade a game, you don't have to use an ID? I'm sorry, I had to bring that up. I remember when I used to go to GameStop when I was younger, like Dumble's age, if I want to trade something for money, like cash or the gift card, I'm allowed to. They don't ask you for your ID, right? I don't know where that came from, which is like I know that's their policy and I respect that. It's just disappointing because I just noticed you have to have an ID now. Just to basically trade a game. Like if you basically are on a budget, right? And you want to get a whatever game, a pupper game that you don't need. Like let's just say you will get like $40 out of it, $30, $35, $36. I don't know. And that could help you with gas money, meals, whatever, for like I don't know, 3 days, maybe a week tops. You would basically have to use an ID to trade in. I don't like that because I know that growing up we didn't do that. We did not do that, right? Like I'm not saying like boycott the GameStop headquarters. No. Right? Again, I've been against up all the time. I literally have that video of that worker that liked to smile on camera. I thought I was bothering her because I wasn't. But with my social anxiety, I don't like to film people though. It was during COVID, right? I gotta upload that. I might use that as a little intro again, so all of you know what the GameStop looked like that I went to. It was at Christown, that mall that they fucking falsely accused me of shoplifting at Walmart. So, pardon my language. I do not like how you have to be 17, I believe. They told me that you had to be almost an adult just to basically trade a game, I think. Not to mention what's really iconic though, you have to be a certain age to buy. I mean, rated M. Like let's just say Resident Evil, right? You have to be 17 to buy it, I think. I don't know though. They're 14 and 15. It did it again. Sorry, that's why I paused. I'm gonna, you know what, this guy, because it's going viral. I want to add more into it because trust me. I mean, I still got footage when I go to GameStop and whatnot. Even though the quality isn't the best. What I miss, right? This is okay. Like GameStop, it should be, it should be good for people that live in poverty as well. I just wish this one wasn't freezing so much. It shouldn't only be for us about GameStop, right? Like I don't know. It's because it was going out of business. I don't know, but I still have it. It still fits me because I'm really short. I have a Mario sweater in the closet, right? Especially where I'm from. Well, we don't wear coats here or those furry ones that they have in Russia, where Michael's from. Um, I only paid. Okay, I want all of you to guess how much with the little cute dollar sign. How much do you think I paid for that? Right? It was a. It's cheap, or is it expensive? Fuck, or I don't remember the price. It's a mall sweater, right? I'm sorry, I'm being off topic right now. I can't think because I don't know. This don't go out of business because there are people out there that are strict fans, or I can't explain it. Mason, yes, over $100. Yeah, I can't believe it's that much. I remember GameStop used to be much cheaper back then. Yeah, and Shelby, sadly, you do. If you want to trade in a game, like if you want to get money off of it, you have to have an ID. I I have video footage. It's only 7 seconds. I must just show I had an ID, a state ID. I miss it because I like my smile that I had. I need to show them. I'll do it. I'll do it tonight, and then I'll add more into it because this video is going viral. I want to share about this because this is a good video, and I like how he's not using any crazy like, oh my god, oh, I don't mind that. I don't mind the little meme. You know those crazy sound effects, right? You know Haley does that. I love that. I love this video so far. It's only 6 minutes in. Um, I'm sorry, I forgot to send this now. That's weird, Michael. You don't have a GameStop? I thought Russians have one. That's weird. Have one?
Don't be afraid to play your own. You don't care.
No. I was just talking to everyone on the live stream right now because that viewer James, he almost got murdered last night, and they had to do like a police case. He's doing fine now.
Don't be afraid to leave your own mind.
No, I know. It's just that his sister wanted to check up on me because what's been happening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Also, James said hello.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Is he asleep though?
No, I think this is dinner now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was my mother. She just said, don't feel hesitant to say hello to her boyfriend, of course, because well, I like to get space. He's not asleep. My mother, she's making him dinner. And Dumbo, yes, that's correct. A mall sweater. So you think it's $10? Connor thinks it's 15. Your knees are popping, Dumbo. I'm sorry to hear that. You need a break. It caught out my mother, yes. So 15, 10, and 20, sorry. All of you are wrong. Oh, let me get up. Thank you, Gran. You're a sweetheart for saying that. My mother, it's a little long story. My mother's boyfriend have run through a lot. Yeah, it's a long story. Like something kind of, well, not almost similar to like what you've been, but not quite, right? All right, here's the sweater. Size. And Brian, that's correct. His name is Chris. What do y'all think? And here's the back. Yeah, I think Dumbo he remembers because I would wear this to some of my videos when it's freezing out. It's really thick, right? This is the material. Like, I'll read in the back. Yeah, it doesn't really stretch out much because it's made of strong cotton, right? I think, let's see, it's supposed to be. Um, yeah, like the shirt, Michael's placebo. Honestly, and thank you, A. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna find anything like this again. So everyone, oh crap. Okay, MacBooks, stop doing that. You should have that, Amelia. Yeah, that's so cute, doesn't it? Thank you for thinking that. Do you think this sweater would be really expensive? Like you think, like let's just say the most like a random price isn't that expensive. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I closed the iMovie Maker. If it keeps doing it, or if it stays there, I'm gonna have to close some more tabs. Thank you, Amber. That's very sweet of you. I'll say that. Okay, I'll tell all of you. I don't have the receipt though, but thank you, hon. Honestly, I love this shirt. I do. I mean, sweater. Pardon me. This sweater cost me that much. I'm not kidding. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm gonna microwave some chicken nuggets. Oh, hope to Buddha that it won't. I'll be back in a minute. It won't give me the unstable message. Okay, good. So sorry, I just want to keep the chicken nuggets on hold because damn, that's right, you saved this last night, right? This is supposed to be the beef and broccoli dinner that I saved, so I'm gonna eat that first. I even added some sausages with it too. I don't think any of you can see it. My other two pups, um, those three arrived. They were staring at me while I was eating. And Shelby, yeah, that sweater cost me only $5. $5. I think I don't know. No, it wasn't when the store was closing down. I think there was a special going on. That was the last one too. I grabbed the last one. I don't think I'm gonna find a mall sweater like that ever again. And thank you, Greg. Honestly, and it has the little steak pieces with broccoli. Hmm. Wait, should I keep him? What? Wait, Mia. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Should I keep what? I'm so sorry, Mia. Did you say something? And Lauren, yes, only if you want, hon. If anyone needs a break or anything, you can.
No, before the game has even been released. Who knows? They might have cut out 10, 20 new Mega Evolutions just to feed to you later. A slow drip of deliberately cut content just to keep you paying. This is something that was so universally hated that even EA gave up on it. Nintendo is objectively a more anti-consumer company than EA. Could you imagine saying that 15 years ago? And that's just Pokemon we're talking about. The rest of the Direct didn't have much better to show. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I liked it. It was fun. But it's been 2 months. It's something unique. A new spin on the formula? No, it's another roguelike mode. And it's not even a good one. They put no effort into this. It's a roguelike mode where the thing you're collecting in the map you're playing on isn't randomized. Have they even played a roguelike before? Maybe someone should